will be starting next period. But before that, I will be asking few questions from your cell chapter. Okay, so I am finding only 15 students are there today. मतलब 14 ही है. 15 students are there, isn't it? So now the question for Anshi Chaudhary. Can you tell me, Anshi? Unmute
Ma'am,
your mic and speak up, Anshi.
yes, ma'am.
Huh. Now my question is, what are the functions of the vacuoles?
Ma'am, vacuoles are used to store foods
Store food,
in the
ठीक
cell.
है. Then what else?
Ma'am, it also helps in the removal of waste.
Okay, correct. Then what else?
Ma'am, I know this much only.
Acha. Anyone who can add up something more?
Ma'am, it
It
provides
applies turbo pressure against the cell wall.
turgidity
It
to the
provides
cell.
turbidity to the cell, correct?
They
Yes.
store gases.
It stores gases also, correct. Okay, anyone else want to add up anything?
They help in nutrition in
They help in
amoeba
nutrition in
and
amoeba. Okay, correct. Now, can you explain the structure of the vacuole?
Yes, ma'am.
Structure of the vacuole. Can you explain the structure of vacuole? अगर ऐसा पूछा तो क्या बताओगे? What is the structure of the vacuole?
Ma'am, I don't know.
Okay, anyone who can tell?
It has a sac-like structure,
हाँ,
mostly
Ma'am, it is
covering
single
single membrane
membrane
bound.
bounded
95% of the
structure.
cell.
surrounded by single membrane. ठीक है, they are spherical or oval, bounded by single membrane. बस इतना आपको याद रखना है. ठीक है. Okay. Now who will tell me the functional unit of the chloroplast? What is the functional unit of the
Conta zones.
Thylakoid. अच्छा, contasome.
chromosomes? ठीक है,
Conta
ये कौन सा
zones.
chromosomes बताना है? हाँ, SOMES children. It is rooms. SOMES. Pranav Prakash, can you explain where are the quantazones present? Pranav has come or not? Just started the cam that joined and not answering. Monica, can you tell me? My question is clear to you, Monica?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, who has understood the question?
Ma'am, can you repeat the
Ma'am, could you
question?
repeat the question?
Acha, everyone, anyone who can say the question? Okay, tell me.
Functional unit of chloroplast.
Functional unit to quantazones. Explain the structure of the thylakoid. Monica, explain the structure of thylakoid.
Ma'am, may I?
Okay. Yes,
Ma'am,
yes.
may
May I?
I?
Huh? Yes, yes. Monica will tell. Now, Monica is not speaking. Wait, you'll get the chance, Romisha, Kinjal. Okay, Monica is not answering. So, okay. Now, Kinjal Bharel will tell me.
Ma'am, thylakoids are placed one above one another and forming granums,
Huh?
and they contains
Huh?
chlorophyll, and they are the light site of light reaction of photosynthesis.
Site of light reaction of photosynthesis. So why they are the site of light reaction?
Ma'am, because they contains chlorophyll.
They contain chlorophyll. So what is the function of chlorophyll?
To to
Chloro
get excited.
What the chlorophyll?
To trap the sunlight.
So how they get excited?
By trapping the
By
sunlight.
trapping the sunlight, they get excited. So they trap is about the so thylakoid अगर structure बोलेंगे तो ये जरूर बताइए that they are the sac-like structures. Okay, and then they are arranged. You tell about their arrangement. Okay, now what is the stroma? What is stroma?
Fluid present inside
Ma'am, it
thylakoid
is fluid which is filled in
chloroplast.
chloroplast.
Fluid present inside the chloroplast. Okay. So what is the composition of this fluid?
Ma'am, DNA, ribosomes, and some enzymes.
Yes,
Granules.
and
enzyme.
Stroma lamellae.
osmophil droplets
हाँ, okay,
starch.
osmophilic droplets are there.
Certain
ठीक है.
metals.
Oil.
starch grains are there. Correct. So don't talk about the लेमिलेज एंड all here क्योंकि अपन से फ्लूइड का कॉम्पोजिशन अभी समझ रहे हैं. तो फ्लूइड का कॉम्पोजिशन व्हेन यू से तो देन ओनली अबाउट द डीएनए राइबोसोम्स इट हैज, then it has the starch granules, it has the osmophilic granules, that only you have to remember. Okay, फिर उसमें embedded फिर thylakoid, the lamellae are there, which are of two types, the stroma lamellae and the grana lamellae, which we have discussed. ठीक है. Now tell me about something about the mitochondria. So who will explain the structure of the mitochondria?
It is a double layered organelle in a cell. The outer layer is porous and the inner layer is deeply folded.
Uh, outer layer is,
Porous. It has many pores.
no, don't say porous. It is smooth. You have to say it is smooth. Okay, but inner layer is projected inwards and it is forming which structures there?
Cristae.
Spindle-like
Crystal.
projections
Form
called
the
crystals.
cristae. Ah, yes, correct. Okay. And cristae are having what on their surface?
Oxysomes.
Enzyme.
Oxysomes. Okay, correct. Oxysomes, and they are also known as F1 particles. Okay, oxysomes or F1 particles. Okay, Ayushi Lakra will tell me now that what is the composition of the matrix.
It
Ayushi,
contains
Can
Ma'am,
you
several
it contains
enzymes,
DNA, ribosomes,
DNA.
others will
enzyme.
not say. Others will not say. Ayushi.
Ma'am, ma'am, it contains DNA, ribosomes, enzymes.
Very good. So now tell me which two organelles are called the semi-autonomous organelles?
Ma'am, can you repeat?
Which
Mitochondria.
which cell organelles are called semi-autonomous
Mitochondria
organelles?
and chloroplast.
Mitochondria and chloroplast. See children, now you have to read the whole textbook also and you have to go through the questions which are given in the exercise as well as in the middle of the chapter also. Okay, and any question if you do, because I have explained the whole thing, so I am considering that you will be able to answer the other questions which are given there in the textbook. Okay, and so you read it, and if you don't understand any question, so then we will discuss here. Okay, one question is given in your textbook, children, that what would happen if the plasma membrane ruptures or breaks down? So what answer you will give?
All the cell material will no longer
Ah,
be separated from its environment.
correct. Okay. All the content of the cell will come out. The protoplasm will not be limited inside. बिल्कुल ठीक है. Okay, and then it will be dead only. It will not perform any function. ठीक है. And then what would happen to the life of a cell if there was no Golgi apparatus? So what you have to write down in this answer?
There would be no proteins inside the cell
Ah,
to be synthesized.
okay. Huh? Now see, in this answer na, I would expect all the functions of Golgi complex. And you will say in the beginning that the following functions will not be carried out. And you write down all the functions of the Golgi apparatus or Golgi complex. Understood everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
बस ऐसे आंसर दे देना है आपको. And how the amoeba obtains the food?
Ma'am, by
By which process?
pseudoplastic
Pseudopodia, it
What
captures
is the
the
process called?
food and
Some endocytosis.
phagocytosis.
Endocytosis.
So then later you can explain. First, you have to say that it occurs by the process called endocytosis. And then, depending upon the weightage of the question, children, then you will explain. Okay. Now, other question is given that where do the lipids and proteins constituting the cell membrane get synthesized? Where they get synthesized, lipids and proteins?
In ribosomes,
Ribosome.
in endoplasmic reticulum, or
Yeah, correct. Ribosomes will prepare the or synthesize the proteins, and the lipids will be synthesized by the endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, so you will be able to answer. And how do the substances like CO2 and water move in and out of the cell?
diffusion
osmosis.
CO2 and water.
and what?
Ma'am, osmosis.
तो किसका दोनों
Endosmosis.
नहीं तो दोनों का अलग अलग है कि दोनों एक ही प्रोसेस से होंगे वो यू हैव टू स्पेसिफाई ना.
And CO2 will get
No, ma'am. It's
transported via diffusion.
diffusion and water from osmosis.
Yes,
हाँ,
ma'am.
that's correct. Correct now. Okay, CO2 by diffusion and water by osmosis. Okay, this you have to specify here. Okay, now other question is asking that why is the plasma membrane called selectively permeable membrane?
Because it
Ma'am,
Because it
it
allows
allows substance to
because it
naturally
coexist.
allows only
coexist in
substances
the
that are
cell or
essential
move
for
out
the
of the
cell.
cell.
बोलो.
हाँ, only selected substances. आपको ये बताना पड़ेगा that it allows only selected substances to move in and out of the cell. Okay. So children, this way now you have to read all the pages of this cell chapter. And any question if it is not clear to you, you will tell me. And if the organization of a cell is destroyed due to some physical or chemical influence, so what will happen, children? Tell me.
Life would no longer be possible.
Yeah, cell will die, isn't it? If the organization of the cell is only disturbed, destroyed, so then the cell will die and then it will affect the whole organism, body only. Okay, so that way you are covering up the full cell chapter. Okay, so now I will show you one video, children, in which you will see the tissues which we were doing, the topic tissues. So I am presenting my screen. Sorry. Can you see my screen, children?
No, ma'am.
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Today it's creating a problem in screen sharing. Not coming, na?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, so leave it now. So I will not show today. We'll do it in the next period only. Okay. So today is Mahatma Gandhi Jayanti. So you must have discussed in all the periods about Bapuji. Yes or no, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me something about Mahatma Gandhi and why we are celebrating this day?
Ma'am, because it is
What
the
is the
birthday
reason
of
there?
Mahatma Gandhi.
Okay. Then anything else?
It was the day when Mahatma Gandhi and Lal Bahadur Shastri both were born.
Both were born. Correct, correct. Okay. So now we are celebrating it as which day?
Non-violence, International Non-Violence
Non-violence
Day.
International Day.
International
Ah,
Non-Violence Day.
okay. What else? What else is done?
Lal Bahadur
Means
Shastri
उनके
anniversary.
किन सब हाँ उनके किन कामों के लिए हम लोग प्रेफरेंस देते हैं कि व्हाट वी हैव टू लर्न फ्रॉम देम.
His ideals.
हाँ मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट इज दैट व्हाट वी हैव टू लर्न फ्रॉम देम.
About non-violence and how he led to the freedom struggle of India.
ओके वेरी गुड. सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट तो यही है कि ही fought without any violence. ठीक है, दैट इज द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट मेथड जो आज सारे कंट्रीज उसको फॉलो कर रहे हैं एंड देन द रिसर्च इज गोइंग ऑन. Many people are studying that only, that how the non-violence can lead to such a big achievement. Okay, can anyone else also discuss something? What else? I want you all to speak up, children.
He was very fond of cleanliness and also was against the
Very good.
practice of untouchability.
Untouchability and cleanliness. Okay, means he was respecting all one, isn't it? That was a very big thing. Okay, so only Harish is saying, others are not saying anything. You know, so many speeches and all you all were giving, लेकिन अब तो वो कोई एक्टिविटी हो नहीं पा रही है, isn't it? तो आई वाज थिंकिंग कि एटलीस्ट 2 2 मिनट्स कोई तो बोलेगा या एक एक मिनट ही कोई कुछ बोले.
Ma'am, we did give speeches in Sangamitra ma'am's class.
हाँ वेरी नाइस. ओके सो व्हाट वाज दैट टॉपिक? लिटिल बिट इफ यू
My
आर.
topic was about Sabarmati Ashram,
अच्छा वेरी
how
नाइस.
he spent the days
ओके.
in there.
अच्छा अच्छा. ओके अनदर. तो वन ऑफ.
And my topic was
हाँ.
his biography.
Okay. So means all took separate topics and then you gave the speech.
Yes,
Acha,
ma'am.
Yes,
okay, that
ma'am.
was that was interesting. Means you could cover up all then. Okay. So tell about Sabarmati then, Harish. What is Sabarmati? What is the importance of that Sabarmati ashram?
From South Africa, when he returned to India,
Huh?
he established an ashram called the Sabarmati Ashram near the Sabarmati temple on a barren
Uh-huh.
land. There he also established a school which which whose function was to inculcate the values of non-violence, laboriousness, and such
Uh-huh.
and so. And it was also the main main activity point of the freedom struggle of India, which was
Okay.
taking place there.
Uh-huh.
And at 1933, he left the Sabarmati ashram and
Okay.
sought to never return until India won independence, which he could never do.
Okay. Uh-huh. So then when he returned back,
He, India won independence on 1947, but
huh?
at 1948 he was assassinated, so he couldn't.
He couldn't come back. Okay. Damini, what about your speech?
Yes, ma'am.
What you spoke?
Ma'am, I spoke that he was born and raised in a Hindu family in
Acha.
coastal Gujarat, and he was trained law in London.
Uh-huh. Okay, so the whole thing you told in the class.
Yes,
Very
ma'am.
nice. Chaliye. So that we all gave the speech. Very nice. Okay, so now we will end up our class, children. We'll do Shanti Path. All of you all close your eyes.